about the renewed concept. And the next portion of the renewed concept is dollars. This is the dollars segment. This is when you actually walk into your prosperity portal. I call it prosperity portal, right? And you're defining, I help my clients to define their signature product. People are creating, you know, this course, this thing, that thing. Listen, it's difficult to keep up with all of those things. You got to market for this, you got to market for that. I help my clients to identify a signature product or service, which makes everything so much simpler for them to be able to put their efforts on, to market on, and things of that nature. And all of this comes from, we've identified who they are, who the perfect people are, right? Where they want their business and life to head, because this is important in developing your signature product or course, right? And then the next thing that we do is we figure out how you're going to deliver the thing to the people, right? Your business model. What is that going to look like? And herein, your identity, who you are and who you are as a brand and who your perfect people are, will help to formulate how you're going to deliver that product or service. Remember, I shared, you know, you can do a blog post, you can do podcasts, you can do, you know, posting on social media, you can do live streams like I'm doing now, you can do pre-recorded videos, right? But if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your thing and your superpowers, you'll be trying to do all of the things. So we define what type of business model is your business going to have. And then the next thing we work on inside the dollars pillar is your money mindset, right? Which is so huge. I actually did a broadcast today talking about the one thing most women don't want to talk about, and it's money. But it's the one thing that they're on the prayer line about. It's the one thing that they're complaining to their girlfriends about. But we don't want to have that conversation. And I think a lot of it is because society has made us feel uncomfortable talking about the one thing that affects and impacts every single area of our life, and that is our money. Also because we're kind of nurturers, we have a tendency to be people pleasers. All of the money stuff rolls over into our business building process. It rolls over into when we're pricing our products and services. It rolls over into, you know, how we value our services. Many of us are bargaining ourselves out. We don't understand our real value. And I don't mean like our personal value, but the value of our expertise, our IP, the services and products that we're actually delivering. We don't understand the value of it. And sometimes when you step out into the marketplace, that's not something that you always immediately are able to identify. But when you understand the transformation that you're able to make for your clients and customers, it changes the game. It changes the game, right? So those are some things that we go over. And inside that, I hope you form systems. Listen, systems. Save yourself time, energy, and money. Save yourself time, energy, and money. It breaks my heart, guys, to see women, especially, you know, build this amazing thing and then get to a growth stage and not put the systems in place that will actually allow the business to scale, that will actually allow the business to continue to grow. Like, it really, really breaks my heart. And there are so many things aligned with that. We've gotten comfortable and this thing has worked for so long, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work for the next level. And 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to sustain the next level without systems, right? And so I help them create systems for whatever their business is and how that needs to function for them. We work on their business model and then creating a framework of how they deliver it to their clients. Next is discipline. We always walk through this track, and this is also talking about mindset. So 3 things, again, I focus from a 3-point perspective: abundance mindset, personal growth, and business building. And here in mindset, this is where I help my clients to shift to the mindset that they need for that actual next level, whatever it is for them. So we also work on leveling up your leadership. Many people have to have mindset shifts. Most of you have to have a mindset shift before you can step into leveling up your leadership, because you're accustomed to doing things the old way. Maybe you haven't managed people before, or maybe you have hired people before, and it wasn't all that great, right? You weren't impressed with how it went down. And I remember a personal story of when I first started hiring. It didn't go too well, right? I kept saying like, you know, this new generation doesn't want to work and all the things. But close to a year in, maybe about 8 months, I was like, hey, wait a minute. It's my leadership, right? I need to level up my leadership, which meant I needed to learn to hire differently. So in my mastermind, specifically Exceptional Leadership Mastermind, I take my clients through the process of hiring and, you know, training a team and what they would need for that particular next level in their business. Oh, am I turning something off here? Okay. In their business, but mindset, we heavily work on mindset. And I talked about money mindset and the other. We all have a money ceiling. And how you can identify what your money ceiling is no matter how many businesses you open, no matter how many new streams of revenue you start, there's like this bracket, this income bracket that you just can't seem to break through. You'll get to that point and then maybe start sabotaging, right? So what sabotage looks like is several different ways. So maybe you'll invest in getting information that you need, but you won't implement it. It's called sabotage, right? Your money ceiling is that space that you haven't shifted the mindset in order to break through it. That's all that is. But our money ceiling has normally been formed from previous life experience, maybe how we grew up as children, how our parents talked about money in the household, or whoever raised us talked about money. The experiences we had previously with money began to create how we look at and view money in life. And it shows up in our business. Trust me, it shows up in your pricing. It shows up even in like when it's time to go to the next level. So maybe you're so busy and you know you need help, but you have these underlying fears that hiring help is going to cost you more money. But you guys heard me share before, right? That the help that you hire is so that you can earn more revenue, so that you can, you know, stop running around having to put all the fires out by yourself, and so that you can not only sustain what it is that you're growing and building, but that you can continue to scale it, right? Because you have help. And so there's a definite mindset shift that has to happen in order to move into that space where even you're moving from contractor help to employees. There's a fear sometimes behind taxes and, you know, different things like that. But it's just a matter of making up your mind and crossing over to that next level. And then